Do you fight or walk away? These 3 Zen stories show that walking away isn't defeat, especially the third. You know they are wrong, but is it worth pointing it out? That is the question to ask. 2 young monks were walking in a garden, discussing their learnings on meditation. As they walked, they suddenly heard a loud quack. The younger monk said, "That was a loud chicken," to which the older monk replied, "That was no chicken. That was a duck," he said. The younger monk kept insisting that it was a chicken. This angered the older monk. He raised his voice and said, "We are near a duck pond. We can see the duck. We can see it open its mouth to quack, but you keep insisting it is a chicken." The younger monk would not back down. Finally, unable to resolve this themselves, they decided to meet their teacher about this conundrum. Their teacher saw them and asked, "Did you have a fruitful discussion about your meditation?" The 2 monks were embarrassed. They said, "No, teacher, we had an argument about a noise we heard while we were walking." "So you found a more important matter to discuss?" asked their teacher. He smiled at them kindly and said, "Don't let your need to be right take precedence over your mental peace. Do angry words deserve a response? Is the response worth my peace? That's the question." A young monk was walking down a path after a sermon when a man who did not agree with the monk confronted him. The man's rude confrontation, full of hatred, upset the monk. He spoke to his teacher about it. "How can I be at peace in a world full of such malice?" he asked. The teacher showed him a bowl of water. "This is your mind," he said, showing the crystal clear water. What the teacher did next puzzled the young monk. He threw some dirt in it. "The man's angry words," said the teacher, "are like the dirt. If you stir your mind with hate, it becomes a swamp. But if you remain still, the dirt falls to the bottom. The clear water is able to rise to the top once more. Don't let others, in their haste, in their anger, define what your mind gets to be," advised the teacher. I know they are wrong, but is it worth breaking my silence to point it out? That's the question. 4 Buddhist monks had taken a vow of silence. They sat in a temple, each with an oil lamp. A monk saw that his lamp was about to die, and he spoke.
"My lamp is about to die out."
To which a second replied.
"Shh, be silent."
The third spoke up.
"Both of you should not be speaking."
And the last one said,
"I am the only one who has maintained silence."
In the end, to correct the other, they all broke their vow of silence. The silence they needed was not the absence of sound, but the absence of self. Silence is not proven by being quiet, and awareness is not proven by pointing out the lack of it in others. Peace begins when you have no one to prove anything to. Subscribe for more Zen wisdom